The middle level of management will be responsible for the staffing function, whereas the lower level of management will be responsible, or it will be focusing on the directing and controlling function of management. Now we will study about what are the functions of management. Functions of management basically means that what is the actual work of management, कि management actually में करता क्या है, हमें करना क्या है management में. We have studied the nature, meaning, features, objectives, everything we have studied, even levels also we have completed. But the main thing is कि management में होता क्या है. We have discussed कि management का मतलब ये होता है कि ये इसके characteristics हैं, ये इसके objectives हैं, इतने इसमें levels होते हैं, और ये इसका nature है कि कुछ authors कह रहे हैं कि science होता है, कुछ कहते हैं art है, कुछ है profession है. सब पढ़ लिया हमने. बट द मेन क्वेश्चन इज कि फंक्शंस क्या है मैनेजमेंट के. ओके, सो देर आर 5 functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. हमारी 5 उंगली हैं. We are having 5 fingers. If any of this finger gets missed, then we are not able to do any work properly. So same is the management. Management is also having these 5 main functions. These are as follows, and this is the trick to learn it. That is the initials I have taken, POSDC, because they are in sequence only. Now let us go through this functions of management. I've tried to consolidate all the things at one place only. It's not so much clear, but when you will make this, be very clear in writing also. Okay, so there are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, in a chronological order, because you cannot control first, you cannot direct first, you cannot go for staffing before the organizing. Before organizing you have to go to the planning only. Clear? So the first function is planning. Planning simply means that to plan, to think in advance, to decide in advance that what I have to do, what to do, how to do, when to do and who is going to do. क्या काम करना है, कैसे होगा, कब होगा और कौन करेगा. These all will be decided in planning. Planning is a process wherein we decide in advance. It is the very prior function of the management. Without planning, all the other functions are of no use. Clear? So some of the brief points are: planning is the first function of management. It is the primary function. Primary. This is the secondary function. Primary function because this is done before all other 4 functions. Secondly, planning is a process, or planning bridges the gap between where I stand today and where I want to reach. For example, I am planning to get good marks in my 12th board examination. So here planning means that planning is where I am standing today, where I want to reach 12th board examinations without preparation. So through planning only, through online classes, through offline classes, through conferences, through video classes, I want to reach this gap. I want to bridge this gap. So what I am doing, that process is known as planning. That how I am going to achieve my target. That is why it is saying that planning is a process that bridges the gap between where I stand today and where I want to reach in future. Okay. Then it is the base for all the other functions. All the other 4 functions of management are dependent on the planning function only, and it also helps us in decision making, the whether I have to take this alternative or not. Clear? This was the first function. Then second comes the organizing. Organizing means to organize, to decide the framework. Framework of what? Of the working environment of my work. That how many designations will be there in my organization, how many posts will be there, how many departments will be there, how many sub departments will be there, and how will I distribute the authority and responsibility relationship between my employees, between my employers. right? Who will be authorized and who will be responsible, who will give orders and who will receive orders, these all are being cleared and organized under a organizing function. And when we are doing this organizing things and we are performing this organizing function, it automatically leads to the organizational structure. In organizing, we identify the activities, that what activities are to be done, what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is going to do is done in planning. And identifying the activities, that who is going to do it, grouping the activities, establishing the authority and responsibility relationship, creating various departments and sub departments, assigning the duties, and creating framework for managerial as well as for the operational activities. Who will be at the managerial level, who will be at the operational level, who will be doing the operating activities and who will be doing the managing activities of your organization, it is decided in the organizing function of the management. And the last one is the main, that is, it means, organizing means that deciding the skeleton of the organization. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का मतलब है कि आप एक ढांचा बना के दे देते हो, एक स्केलेटन बना के दे देते हो, एक स्ट्रक्चर बना के देते हो जिसमें कि सबको काम करना होता है अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर अथॉरिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिलेशनशिप. क्लियर? Then next one is staffing. Staffing is the third function of management. In staffing, whenever I am talking that staffing function of management, it means it is directly talking about the employees of the company. It is talking about the human resource of your company. It is talking about the workforce of your company, of your organization. ठीक. So the activities that are related to the employees, to the workforce of your organization is known as staffing. The process or the activities that are directly related to the manpower or related to your employees are known as staffing. So the activities that we do in staffing is recruitment and selection. Recruitment means inviting the applications to apply for the job. Selection, it is the further part of recruitment. After recruitment, you select the employees. Then is training and development, number of employees, type of employees that are needed in your organization, how much remuneration you are giving to them, how you are promoting your employees, what are the increments you are giving, what is their performance evaluation methods, and what are their personal records and maintenance, and everything related to your employees is done in staffing function of management. Clear? Then is the directing function. Directing is the fourth function of management, or fourth finger of management. In directing, it means that directing function of management refers to the process of, or the process in which the activities are related to the instruction and motivation of the employees to get the work done through them. In this function, we instruct the employees, we motivate the employees. See, here we have appointed the employees, we have decided what will be the remuneration, how they will be evaluated, how the selection, everything we have discussed in this function. Now the next function comes directing. After their appointment, we need to see that how we are motivating them to accomplish the job, how we are motivating them so that they achieve the prescribed goals which are set by the top level of management. We have planned the things, we have organized the things, we have recruited the people in our organization, but now the next thing comes, that is the motivation, the direction, the instruction that we are giving them so that they can do their work properly, they can boost up their morale of their own, right? So there are basically four elements of directing. That is directing, if I write in a equation form, then it is directing is equals to motivation plus supervision plus communication plus leadership. These four are the elements of directing. In your syllabus, this supervision is deducted. Okay. See, these functions, your part A is based on these 5 functions only. These 5 functions of management only. In this chapter, first chapter, although I am giving you a detailed explanation of this, your all the chapters, this is a chapter planning, this is a chapter organizing, chapter staffing, chapters directing, and chapter controlling. These 5 chapters, sixth one is your first chapter which we are doing about the nature and significance. Then there are 2 more chapters of your this uh, part A, that is business environment, and one more is there. Okay, so we will discuss these all topics, we will discuss all these 5 functions, these 5 chapters in detail. Right now also I am giving you the detailed explanation of this, so that it becomes easy for you to understand and for me also to explain you in future. Okay, so these are the functions. In directing, we motivate the employees, we direct them to do the work, we supervise them, we see them over and above, we communicate with them, and we inculcate the leadership qualities in them. We lead them, okay? We head them towards the achievement of the goals. Okay, done. 4 functions completed. Now comes the controlling function. Controlling simply means to control, to check, to evaluate. Controlling simply means to evaluate. हमें check करना है. We want to match our actual performance with the planned performance. What I have planned and what I have achieved. To see the difference between these 2 elements. Clear? The things involved in controlling function of management is to ensure that the work is being accomplished as per the plan that you have set. Then is to compare the actual performance with the planned performance and finding the deviations and follow. This was the example that I always used to give. For example, my target in my 12th examinations was 99%. I want to achieve 99%. This was my planned performance. Okay. What I actually achieved was 93.25. That is my actual performance. This is the controlling function here. What I have planned and what is my result. Same is in the organization. What they have planned, might be they have planned to produce 1000 units per month, but they were able to achieve 900 units per month. So this is the lack, this deviation and deficiency of this 100 units, we need to check this deviation. So finding out the deviation, that why I was not able to achieve the planned performance and why there is a difference between my actual performance as compared to my planned performance. After getting these deviations, I need to follow up, I need to check up that how can I reduce this deviation so that in the future I may not repeat this thing. Okay, so these were the 5 functions we have completed today. Hope so you all are getting. We are left only with one topic now, that is coordination.